I saw people talking about this game called Relooted. Oh man, everybody was laughing at it. This looks like another disaster. I'm like, what is the left doing right now? How are they handling this? Probably not well, because we used to get mad about this. Now we're all just like, let's go! Another woke game! It's gonna crash and burn! And we just all laugh at it collectively. Like, what is this? Who thought this was a good idea?
Hey, what's up guys, Rip here. So today we're going to be looking at the latest example of a long line of woke failures, and unfortunately, much like its predecessors...
Dude, it looks like Dustborn. It looks like Dustborn meets Fortnite. It looks a little bit better than Dustborn.
The game Relooted is off to a really bad start. You can see its announcement trailer released recently on Xbox's official YouTube channel.
Bro, it's like an actual Xbox official game. That's insane.
It's not getting a very good reception. Only 36,000 views despite the channel having nearly 6 million subs. And also it has 600 likes versus 4,500 dislikes. We have seen this play out a million times before.
Yeah, I bet a lot of those views are people just clicking on it like, what the fuck is this? That's why I clicked on it.
Where a trailer like this is getting clowned on, it's getting dislike bombed, and then what happens? Well, the game flops. Despite people...
Oh, it's gonna be a major flop. Might do better than Dustborn.
Mainly activists on social media trying to prop it up. It just isn't enough. And with Relooted, this is an example of one of these quote-unquote woke games that actually looks like it has some appealing gameplay that some people definitely would enjoy, but it's being clouded by bad optics. This is another example of bad optics.
And bad art. It just looks bad. It looks like one of the woke games. It's got all the colors, it's got the like facial features, the weird blockiness and feminization of the male characters and masculinization of the female characters. It's weird.
Completely destroying the potential reach of this game. Instead of being something that's presented as an exciting new game, it's a laughingstock. And a lot of it has to do with the description of this game. A lot of people are clowning on it on social media. You can see the description here. Reclaim real African artifacts from Western museums in this African futurist heist game. Recruit crew members, plan escape routes, acquire the precious cargo, and then bounce out of the joint as fast as you can. And the joke that people are making on social media is that this game is supposed to be celebrating African heritage, and it's a game that's entirely focused on stealing.
Yeah, it's just black people stealing stuff. Incredible. Incredible. You did it. Congratulations.
That is what they're saying. They're saying, oh, look, another game that's so progressive, it is once again regressive and coming up with something that sounds racist on its face to many different people.
It's just like the more I think about it, the funnier it is. That like, all of these people pretending that we're racist, and they're actually fucking racist by accident. Or maybe they're racist on purpose. I don't know. Who knows with these people? They're insane.
But let's look at the gameplay itself, because I think it's actually, again, pretty appealing.
It's not.
Okay. What's this all about?
Treaties were signed, promises made and broken. Is it stealing to take back what was stolen?
Stolen? Who is stealing them?
Us.
Why is... they always look like clay. They always look like they're made out of clay. Like stop animation.
It's time
Like
to
even
get out
South
of
of
here.
Midnight was like that.
Let me introduce a friend of mine. Smart, agile, and will let you look into places with the tightest security.
Like I said, I'm sure there's a market for this somewhere out there, but the way the game is being packaged and the way it's being judged.
And like, even if you get all the weird art out of it, the rest of it is just boring and flat.
And look, some people say, hey, it's not fair to judge this game. You don't know exactly what it's all about. Unfortunately, again, optics are everything. People have labeled this game as woke.
Yep, too late. That's why South of Midnight was a failure. Even though it was kind of an alright game.
They look at the character designs, They look at the sort of message being made here, and they're already dismissing it. And really, you ask yourself,
yeah, we know what kind of people make stuff like this.
what kind of audience is this for? What is the target audience? Because
The modern audience, of course. The widest audience. That doesn't actually exist.
it doesn't seem like it's super clear to those making this. And also, do we expect Sweet Baby Inc. in the final credits?
I think what it is like they're not making it for an audience. They're making it for themselves. But you have to make money. If you don't make money, you can't make more games. Unless you're like launching as an indie developer, I guess. And you're not expecting to get anybody playing your games. And you're just putting them out for fun. Like, yeah, I can get that. But this is an Xbox game. It's like an official Xbox game. Embarrassing.
I'm saying it's like a 50-50 chance at this point. And on top of that, I think there's an important question for this game and its plot. Like, what are they going to do with the artifacts once they get them back? Like, what's the game plan there? Because
to do exactly the same thing that the people that stole them in the first place did. Put them on a shelf and let people look at them. Like, seriously. Oh, it sounds ridiculous. Like, the whole premise is ridiculous. We're gonna take back these artifacts from these people in these museums and then do exactly the same thing.
I think it's pretty important if they're trying to prop up this message that has become very controversial already for this game. However, despite these questions and all of the ridicule on social media, a lot of journalists have been lining up to promote this game. You can see PC Gamer saying, Relooted is a heist game about reclaiming pieces of African heritage from Western collections. And you see two massive generalizations here.
Yeah, it seems like they're gonna make white people the devil.
That could be an issue. Western collections and African heritage. So in this game, it seems pretty clear that anything coming out of any African nation is under this African heritage label or African artifacts, whatever they use interchangeably.
Yep, it's just another, oh, white people wronged the black people scenario. And nobody's into it. Not even black people.
And it just seems odd to lump in every nation, all of their history and heritage under one umbrella.
Yeah, well, that's what they do. It's just white people. White people bad.
You know, given how things have transpired differently across different African nations, like you're comparing artifacts from Egypt to, let's say, the Congo. How's that going to play out? But you can see other journalists using some buzzwords saying rescue African artifacts from colonizers' museums.
Yeah, all the words are there. But all the words for the crazy Hassan Piker people. This one's for the Hassan Piker people. This one's weird.
In heist game Relooted, of course, we're going to see colonizer used a lot to describe what's going on in this game. And also, can I ask a question? How do these people afford golden check marks? Like, who is this with zero interaction as a games journalism outlet? And these things cost $1,000 a month to have. Like, how do they do it?
Political donations.
Including even GameSpot. I don't even know how GameSpot does it, let alone a company like that. But here's their description. Relooted is like a reverse Indiana Jones. Ah, yes. Because everyone saw Indiana Jones as a concept and said, hey, you know what would be better than that? Just doing it in reverse. Which has unintended consequences, I'm sure, for them. Because if you're reversing everything going on in Indiana Jones, who's the bad guy then? I don't know if that really plays out too well.
Right. Yeah, they don't know. They're stupid.
But of course, we have to ask ourselves, who is behind?
Of course, it's in Unreal Engine 5. Every game is on Unreal Engine 5. It's probably not even going to be well optimized. It's probably going to be buggy as hell. Fucking Unreal Engine 5. I'm tired of seeing UE5 everywhere for everything.
Behind this game, and what's their history? What do they have to bring to the table? Well, it's not a whole lot so far. And it's pointing all of the signals in the same direction as many different games like Concord or Dustborn that have failed with a similar sort of build up like this game is having. So,
yep, they all have that same vibe about them.
This game is being developed by Nyamakop, which is a South African-based company. And if you go to their...
Oh yeah, of course they're gonna make white people bad in that game. Yeah, Western colonizers, get the fuck out of here.
main page, they haven't even updated their unannounced title yet. Like, they got a major feature from Xbox, and they still haven't gone back to their very...
Sounds like fraud and money laundering to me. I think that's probably what's going down here. They're gonna write it off. How much money do you think they paid for this game? How much money do you think Xbox shelled out for this? You think it was 50 million? I bet it was somewhere along those lines.
Simple web page and updated the first thing you see. The first thing you see is our unannounced title. Like, update this, please. It's public news for like 2 days already. And then you see the second part of this, which is the only other thing you see on the main page of the website, Semblance. So they create a game called Semblance. Now, how did that game go?
It's got the weird teals and the purples! Just like every woke game.
Does that give us any sort of faith towards Relooted? Not much, with 0 in-game players. Now, to be fair, this game came out in 2018, so to have 0, it's not too telling. It's just kind of a number you're seeing right now, so, you know, make no mistake about it, this game is not active whatsoever, and it never was active. You look back at the overall history, and the peak player count was 63. They didn't have much success. I don't think that's mean. I don't think that's an exaggeration. They just did not have a stunning set of results for their first game. Because again, Relooted is only their second game. Now, looking at this, it's very confusing.
Yeah, it sounds like somebody had a friend at Xbox who ended up being like, hey, you know, I got a guy who makes games. They made a game already. So they know how to make games. If we gave them some money, they'd be able to make a really good game. You want to take a chance on them? Probably not that. It was probably literally like, hey, I want a boat, so here's $50 million, make a game, and I'm going to use the profits from that to buy a boat. Oh, if we don't make any money, I'm just going to take the money that we make and buy the boat, and then we'll write it off. Yeah, it doesn't matter to me.
Because they say, building on our success with Semblance, Nyamakop has grown to 30 people working on our next project, which we now know is, of course, Relooted. So they had a game that peaked at 63 players, currently has 0, and they decided to grow their team to 30 people, which is a pretty sizable team for a smaller studio like this. And again, just like every other woke failure in the past couple of years, what's the first thing they say about themselves? Well, of course, they say their games are made by a diverse and inclusive team.
Yep, they're fucked. 0 out of 10, nobody's gonna play it. Not even the woke people.
What does that do for me as the gamer? Right? Like, how does this appeal to me? Like, that's great, you have a
That's my checkbox. Checkbox of me not playing this damn game. We're not playing these fucking games anymore, man.
diverse team. Does that make the game better? What is that going to do? How is that going to basically show itself in the game?
They've labeled themselves like, hey, look at this. It's garbage. They're just letting us know right out the gate what we're in for. I respect it. Not gonna play it.
And if you look at the diverse team, like, here they are. I don't think this is like the craziest thing anyone's ever seen, but they're riding hard on the diversity of their team, and that's what they're going for. Now, of course, this is where the majority of the mocking of this game comes from. Epic Games Store on their official account released the trailer with the headline.
I bet a couple of people that were in that photo were just like regular dudes, regular people that are just like, fuck, this sucks, but I need to practice, I need the resume, the experience, and I need the money.
Sharing, of course, an African futurist heist game where you reclaim real African looted artifacts from Western museums. And you can see it has nearly 6 million views, 13,000 likes, but over 5,500 comments. That's not good. That is not a good ratio. When you have like a moderate number of likes and a substantial number of comments and quotes, you're getting made fun of. And if you look at some of the comments, you see this over and over and over again.
Yeah, that's what I've been seeing. A bunch of black people making fun of it, being like, hey, guys, did you not think for a second that black people stealing game was gonna be racist? Nope, because they don't think they're racist.
This one with 48,000 likes saying, make black people game. It's about stealing. Oh my God, LMAO. Like I said, people can be offended by that, but this is the comment we're seeing over and over again. It's the optics. This is the first impression people are getting, and they think it's a super progressive game that's so progressive, it's now regressive. You can see this comment. I described this game to a normal person. They thought I was setting up a minutes-long Norm Macdonald-esque racial bit.
Because it is. It literally is. They don't realize that they are a Norm Macdonald bit, and they're mad about it. They're like, why are you all laughing at us?
Here's another one saying, Ironheart and Relooted, made with DEI money by woke leftists. Both are about stealing things. And the caption is, anti-racist getting ready to say the most racist stuff you've ever heard.
True! Every fucking time.
And that made me kind of forget, oh man, Ironheart, right? Similar concept.
I completely forgot about Ironheart. Whenever they just mentioned that a second ago, I was like, oh, wait, what is that? I've heard of that. Yeah, I reacted to a video about Ironheart. What a fucking disaster.
Like, she has the genius, but she has to steal all of the parts and the technology to make her Iron Man 2.0 suits.
Yep. Every time. Every time.
Right? And
Never
this is
fails.
getting clowned on relentlessly, and there's only about
As it
2.5 weeks until this premieres. Disney, they try to bury this one, but it's time to pay the piper. They're going to have to let this one roll, and how well this performs, we're just going to have to wait and see, but things aren't looking so great as of yet. Here's another one saying, and it falls to one man to stop them. I mean, this one getting 18,000 likes, and honestly, if this is the final boss or the main antagonist of the series,
No, not Ben Stiller.
it just got a little more interesting, okay? Here's another one from Heel versus Babyface, just saying ha 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 ha. And this comment killed me. It was the first one I saw. I mean, you guys did loot it.
Damn. Got him.
Did he loot it? Who's we? Who's they? What is going on? That is the issue here. We're dealing with a very complex and nuanced set.
It seems like Xbox got looted by DEI. That's what happened.
Of topics here, and we're trusting the average Twitter user to digest this while trying to also prop up this game, and it's turning into animosity really quickly in some regards. But anyways, Critical Drinker here saying, I wonder if the game will explore why they were preserved in museums in the first place. Nope.
Exactly. And what are they gonna do with it? They're gonna return it? Return it to nature?
I could tell you, nope. I don't think they're going to focus too much on that. That might not go well.
Yep. Yeah, they're not gonna explain the whole slavery aspect, slave trade, why a bunch of those African artifacts ended up in museums.
Again, it's a nuanced topic. It's not as simple as Twitter or these activists will try to convince you that it is. They're just like, oh yeah, those things were stolen. They have the right to get it back. It's not exactly that simple. But then again, we're trying to explore it through Relooted. And it's become already the centerpiece of a culture war, a centerpiece of activists versus your regular gamers. And it's going to be a very ugly time. And unfortunately, it always comes back negatively on the game itself. You don't really want to be in the center of this sort of stuff when you're an average indie game. It never bodes well for them. It's just a lot of attention from people who probably aren't going to buy the game despite their support on social media. And that's
I can't wait to react to somebody talking about how much of a disaster it is.
exactly. Oh, that is exactly what's happening on Blue Sky. Completely different worlds.
Wow. Of course. And this person's probably not gonna play it. I guarantee you.
Okay, Twitter, and I say, like, there's activists on Twitter, and they're trying to prop up the game too, but there's been a largely negative reaction on Twitter. But Blue Sky, which is the Twitter freak refugee location, they love it. This is, like, unanimously praised, although there's not much praise because there's not.
I think we're gonna see 4,000 players, maybe? What do you think? 4,000 players on Steam?
Much activity on Blue Sky, but you can see the quotes on the official account sharing it. Can't wait to play this. The game we've been quietly
I can't wait to hear about you playing it.
working on for years has been announced. Okay, but this is all of the things I'm interested into rolled into one thing, a video game about decolonizing museums, science fiction, African futurism. Will play. Obviously,
I doubt it. I think these people are all a bunch of liars.
excitement here as well. You have my curiosity. And this is like the perfect encapsulation of everything going on Blue Sky. This game is awesome because it feels deliberately crafted to anger a specific type of gamer.
And that's why it's gonna fail. Congratulations! You've all played yourself, and this person's not gonna play it either.
I will probably get this. History tells us you're not. But
True! Every fucking time.
this part right here, where they are saying this game was deliberately crafted to anger a specific type of gamer, probably the average gamer. But the thing is, I don't think the developers of this game made this out of spite to anger anyone. I just think its optics are being perceived in a very harsh way, and they should have been a little bit more precautious of that. But people like this are cementing it. These supporters are the potential supporters of this game. They are.
I guarantee you some of those developers had that in mind, though, when they were making this game. Like, oh, straight white people are gonna hate this. But then, like, black people were like, hey, this is kind of racist.
Cementing the us versus them mentality of this entire thing, claiming on their behalf it was deliberately crafted to anger gamers at large. And I don't know how this is going to help anyone involved with this project.
Oh, it won't.
We all know it's not going to, and it's going to bring just some more us versus them energy, where the one side typically doesn't buy anything they support on social media anyways. So yeah.
Well, we got something in common. I'm not gonna buy it, and also they're not gonna buy it.
That is Relooted for now.
It's fucked. It's completely fucked. Xbox, what are you doing with this one? I can't wait to make fun of this game more, but maybe I'll forget about it. Maybe nobody will talk about it. That's all I got for this one. Buy a t-shirt down there in the description. I'm out.